Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
Sorry. I immediately regretted that.
No, we're keeping this in. This all of this in. All of it start from the top. No, this is all staying.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where I was thinking about the word ain't and how people say that ain't a word.
Ain't a word, so I ain't gonna say it.
But it is a word. Like, it's fully a word. And I don't know why we're indoctrinated as children to know that like ain't isn't a word. It might not be grammatically correct, but ain't is a word.
It's not grammatically correct. So ain't a word, so I ain't gonna say it.
Because it ain't in the dictionary.
Yeah, that shouldn't have. Is ain't in the dictionary?
I don't know. But the thing that I'm saying though is that like ain't is so, there's some things that do not.
Y'all. Do you think y'all is a word? Y'all is you all shortened. It's slang, right? Would you call that slang?
But that still makes it a word, you know? Like ain't.
Okay, you're right.
The other thing too, I was thinking is like some music, like when they add the word ain't, like you ain't gonna get this again. Like, hello, like ain't is the only thing that works in that.
It's officially recognized as a word.
Okay, so, good. And it's included in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
can you do
in your face, English teachers?
You're a big disgrace.
Actually, just kidding, because you guys do a really hard job for little pay.
Ask the internet what year it became recognized by Merriam-Webster?
And can I tell you something?
Also, who's Merriam and who's Webster?
I think there are two last names, and it's the people who decided
the dictionary
to put the words in the dictionary.
They're like the Jesus of
dictionary,
grammar, of dictionary.
Of words.
They're like Peter, Paul, John. They're the disciples of words.
Of words, yes. And
did they have a Last Supper? With ain't in it?
It become a word. Sorry, my ADHD is so bad. I have to like.
It became a word. It first appeared in English in 1749, evolving from the contractions like ant and umped. It had entered the dictionary in 1961.
So this whole time, it's been a word.
Ain't is a word. It's in the dictionary.
Mr. Watkins, I got beef.
Ain't.
Mr. Watkins. He was my English teacher for 1 year of my whole life. Very nice man, from what I recall. He told us this whole story about a student, and I could say this kid's name. Like I literally remember his first and last name. But he told us this story to tell us not to say certain words. And we looked outside or something, and he was like, I had this student that said, hey, Mr. Watkins, it ain't dark out there no more. And he used that as a lesson every year. I remember the name of this kid. This kid was several years older than me. Like, I would not have known this kid.
Wait, but your teacher used this kid as made an example of him?
And gave us, I believe he gave us first and last name.
Listen, don't do that in this day and age. But also, it ain't dark no more. Like, also, guess what? I understand what you're saying. Okay, so it's light out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why does it matter so much?
It may not sound proper, but it's still a word.
Can you please also look up y'all and see if that's in the dictionary?
If y'all's not, then I'm going to be.
But I do think you're right. It's
slang.
Yeah,
know? But that's like how I feel about ain't.
I'm sure like, now
is you are not.
Most everyday
are not.
Like slang vernacular is in the dictionary.
Yes.
Because I mean, hello. I don't know.
I think probably like YOLO. Remember that was in the dictionary? Remember when that was a big story?
Because Merriam-Webster put it in there.
Yeah.
Merriam and Webster.
Yep, it's in.
Y'all is a valid contraction of you and all, and it's recognized as a legitimate word in major dictionaries like, again, Merriam-Webster.
And dictionary.com.
Hey Siri, who's Merriam and who's Webster? Is it like Siegfried and Roy?
I'll let this one be a mystery for me.
Well, tune in next week because I'm not. I'm going to figure it out.
You know what we didn't let be a mystery to us, because we talked about it last night and we said we were going to talk about it today.
Yes.
Is you asked me if I had seen the movie Backrooms.
I did ask you that.
I haven't.
Well,
and I probably will. One day.
I asked Hailey about it last night because I called her because I just missed her and I wanted to hear her voice. And I said, I've been getting served content about this movie called Backrooms, and I didn't know anything about it. And the clips were freaky. I mean, it's like, first of all, it doesn't make any sense to me at all because I don't know any backstory about the film at all, but it's just very peculiar from top to bottom. And the people that I've been looking at the clips are also, some are confused, some love it, some are like, this is dumb. And I just needed to know, do you know any backstory on like what it is?
Okay, so yes, I didn't realize after you asked me, I knew about, like, I knew what Backrooms, what the idea was.
Well, what is it?
And so the idea is Backrooms all started with this one photo of this back room that's like, it's like an office space that's empty, and it's like that cream yellow color that you can you can smell the room and you can hear the room.
Like a
supply
supply closet kind of thing?
But it's bigger. You can hear the... Look up,
like the air conditioner.
Look up the back room on here.
I'm scared. Is something freaky gonna happen to me?
No.
Is this like Slenderman, where
no,
they're gonna? Okay.
No. So it's a well.
Is it an urban legend?
No.
Sorry, I'll be quiet.
Wait, yeah,
Jessi. Shh.
You're still talking.
Jessi. Shh. Oh.
Okay. I just pressed something on my mic. So.
Are you recording?
Am I like? What if I had like for the rest of the episode? I had like a rah rah rah, wait, no, like what's up? Like a I don't want my voice to be disguised, or I want my voice to be disguised.
Yeah, just like a voice changer.
Yes,
yeah,
a voice changer. Anyway, wait, no, this is it.
Based on
wait, no, that's
based on creepy pasta. Is what I just said. It says
go back.
Backrooms is hold on. It says Backrooms is based on a viral internet creepy pasta that was released in May 2026.
Creepypasta was the name of the guy's. His name is what's it? Parsons' last name. What's his first name? Kane Parsons. He's like 18 or something. But when he was 16, he made this like 10-minute short film based off of this photo. Look up images. This is the photo of the back room.
Oh, okay.
So it is basically this office space that looks. The idea of a back room is a liminal image, so something that looks familiar but is uncanny, but it's not a person, it's a space, like a hallway or an empty hotel, not empty hotel room, but a hotel lobby.
Like something that feels familiar, but you've never been there.
Yes,
but
and it's creepy, it's eerie, like an empty mall.
And it's also one of those things where it feels like everyone has a shared experience with it, but that no one's actually been to the same space. But there's a shared experience with the space. Yes. Like a hotel or okay.
You're so right.
Yes.
So that's what my full understanding is that this is like this creepy thing. And you know, when you see those movies or something like, you don't want to be in this town past 4 p.m.
Yes.
That's the kind of idea. So that's what I thought it was. But apparently this is all fake, and it was all made up by people on Reddit. They just they came up with like almost video game levels of the different levels of a back room. Like you start out like that's level 1, and then you kind of cross timelines. So you get in this room, and now you're not on your timeline anymore. You're on a new timeline. And can you get out, or do you get stuck there? It's supposed to be creepy.
And the other thing that confused me was that one of the main characters, who's a woman, it seems as though she was put in the back room as like some sort of an experiment.
Yes, so possibly. So this, I was looking up this specific story that this guy has made up, Kane, because this is like his idea of the back room. But I'm assuming the people who go into the back room, who discover the back room, which it's the guy who discovers it apparently is it's a literal back room of a furniture store that he's working at. And
okay,
so just very
well. The other thing that freaked me out was that apparently there are like entities, they call them, that are in the like back monsters rooms, but they look, a lot of them are puppet like and freaky, and it just is truly one of those things that when I see it, it doesn't occur to me as I'm watching it that it's like gonna be like my mind can be like, oh, this isn't that scary, but then when I'm in bed at night, it comes up in my mind, and I'm like, damn, now I can't go night. Yeah, because I feel like a little entity is gonna get me. So anyway, I just wanted to know if you knew anything about that. You just cleared it up for me. Thank you.
If you just show me a picture of an empty room and play like that 80s like nostalgic music in the back room, very soft, I will be freaked out. I will be scared.
Yeah.
That is very scary to me.
I know. Also, like certain elevators that have a 90s feel that everyone's been in the same kind of creepy elevator. Also, what happened to elevator
like
music?
The wood paneling.
They don't play music in elevators anymore.
They do not play elevator. No.
Why?
I'm like short circuiting.
Why don't we play elevator music? Maybe because elevator music is only applicable if you're in the elevator. For a longer amount of time than we're in elevators now. Maybe elevators got quicker, so the time got shorter, so you don't need any music to pass the time. We have the technology. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Why don't we play podcasts in elevators?
Because you're not on long enough. I would just like a light, like a classical tune.
No, I want Personality Hire with Hailey and Jessi to be the undisputed only elevator podcast in the country.
It would be very dangerous because people would never get off and there'd be like huge issues of weight limits in elevators because everybody would be riding that elevator.
That's right. And or if they got off, it would be a huge issue because we would be misunderstood because they'd only get little snippets and they wouldn't really know what's going on. Anyway, so cool. Backroom. The other thing, wait, sorry, did you have anything else to say about Backrooms?
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Only hearing a clip of us.
Other thing we were talking about that we were going to bring up was we got clocked.
We got clocked.
And the thing that occurred to me as I was thinking about what I'm about to say is that he was like a moth to a flame because Hailey and I went to go work out together, and afterwards we were dilly-dallying with the staff as we do.
Yeah.
And then we decided
light combo.
And memories. and we decided we were going to go grab a coffee after. And then one of the employees who worked there was also like, oh, I am also about to go grab a coffee. And I said, great, we'll walk together. And then as we're walking, we're having a natural conversation.
Yeah, like
it's very easy to chat.
Yeah. What do you do?
And this person who works there coming to coffee with us now, he just falls right in with the conversation. Yeah. It's just, he just doesn't miss a beat, you know, like he just like, it's like we've known him for forever.
Several years.
And then as we're discussing ourselves and I say, so what do you do? And he's like, well, I'm getting my master's and I also work with children that have neurodivergence and ADHD. And then he kind of just smiled at Hailey and I, and we looked at one another.
And I just held up my hand and high-fived.
And we high-fived.
She goes, what did you say?
I said, guess what? And he said, what? And I said, we have ADHD. We are neurodiverge. And he goes, he wasn't surprised. So it was just kind of like a moth to a flame.
He was like,
this person.
He said, I'm studying.
He said,
I'm studying. And at work.
It truly was like he was observing us.
Artist is at work.
And he was laughing as we were chatting as though he had experienced similar conversations. It was just so funny.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought he thought we were funny, and that's why he was laughing. No, he was laughing because he said,
"I know you have ADHD."
He said, "I'm at work."
He said, "I'm not." He said,
"I'm cutting a check right now."
He said, "I genuinely have a speciality in this, and you guys are like my little lab rats right now." And it was just so funny. It was just really, really funny because it was just. You had to be there, maybe. Now that I'm describing
I think it's really funny.
But he really just kind of smirked at us, and he was like, "And I work with children with neurodivergence and ADHD." And we said, "High five! High five! Very nice. Yes, us too."
Might as well have said, "Very nice."
Yes,
that was good.
That didn't come off as funny as I thought it was going to.
It was
in
really
the light of day. You had to be there.
I just couldn't laugh again because I was already laughing. Also, I tell this to Jessi all the time, and I tell you guys this, but when something's really funny, I don't laugh because I'm thinking about how funny it is.
You do though.
And I'm like,
that's how I know that I actually caught you off guard with something funny is when you do your silent laugh. You do the laugh where you like, your mouth is open, you're laughing and there's no noise coming out. And that's how I know I got you because you think things are funny, but you're thinking it through intellectually and you say that's funny. But I know when it's actually funny when you go and no sound is coming out. And you're laughing.
But I laugh at like
sure, but that's the truth. And you know it.
It is. But when I laugh, there's two different types of... Hello? There's a lot...
Two different types of
There's a lot of different types of funny. There's funny where you laugh because it's silly, goofy. Or there's like funny where I'm like, that is so funny. And if I weren't thinking about how funny that is... when it's smart funny or when the timing is adding up because I'm thinking about the timing of how that timing had to happen, like that, the ADHD thing, that guy clocking us, that was a timing funny thing.
It was funny.
Like the timing of it was just so hilarious that it felt like it was written. There's other times where something silly, goofy happens, like someone falls. And
sometimes I think that people say that's funny as an alternative way to be like, what a good coincidence, or
no, I really mean that's funny. I'm like going like, hey, let's be like, how did we get here? This is actually really funny. What had to add up to get this.
The math.
Yeah. That's the
She
only
does
time
the
I'm
math.
ever going to do math.
Right. Same.
And it's not even real math. It's just what my little pea brain thinks is funny. It's like 2 peas rolling around. One has a little dent in it. It's like you
Only
hear them
2
rolling
peas?
around. Yeah, I only have
Just
2
two?
peas up there. 2 peas.
They're rolling around in the grooves of your brain. My brain is smooth, nice and smooth. So I don't think there's any peas. I think I might have, I don't know,
Pancakes.
1 marble.
Ooh, steady.
And it
hard.
shakes around
Pinball.
and it doesn't roll. Yeah,
Bing,
it's like
ding,
bing, bong,
ding,
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 dong.
ding, 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 ding.
What the hell are we doing today?
I don't know. I've been thinking, what the heck am I doing every day for the last life? I was about to say a time period, then I was like, wait, no, I've what am I doing?
I'm sorry. My sciatic nerve is hurting so bad. I have to do this. I've got to stretch.
She's doing a full heel stretch.
You don't understand. It prevents me from sleeping. It hurts my sciatic nerve. It's pinched. Something's going on.
What do you do?
I don't know. I've had this since I was probably 19 years old. A sciatica issue. If you have any, I mean, I've gone to the chiropractor a couple of times, but I just fundamentally don't feel. They feel freaky to me, chiropractors. Yeah. And I don't know if they worked or not, but I'm at the point now where I think I'm just going to try to go to one again.
Well, that are a physical therapist, right?
I've been to physical therapy before, and no hate, no shade. They do incredible work. But for sciatica specifically, the exercises they give you to do are like dead bug and things like that, you know? So I don't know. I might go to a chiropractor. I might let somebody crack the shit out of me because that's where I'm at.
That sounds fun.
I really want somebody to grab my leg. I want to lie flat.
Yeah.
I want somebody to grab my right leg at the ankle. And I want them to be like, okay, breathe in. And then when I exhale, I want them to yank my leg as hard as they can. And then I think what will happen is a chain popping reaction will go all the way up to my skull. And that I could be healed.
That's
you don't
true.
know if you believe that last part.
Oh, no. I was wondering, I was like feeling myself feel that feeling. Like I was thinking about like the stretching and I was like, oh, like I feel like I would just like my shoulders would release. I was feeling the motions as you were saying it. I was thinking about it.
I mean, but just don't you think that if you just do the one leg though, you could get like it's just.
But I would want to do the other leg too.
Sure. But
maybe a week later. Yeah.
Or like maybe right after.
Maybe like right after.
Maybe like right after.
Oh, definitely separately though. Yes, one at a time.
Sometimes
I want my whole body weight to be
in that one
pulled from that one leg.
That's exactly it. That's what I want. Maybe I'll film that. You know,
I would love that.
Maybe we can film it.
I'll be the camera person.
And we can film it and just see what happens. Because sometimes I watch videos on the internet of people getting their chiropractic adjustments.
Oh, we know.
There's this one guy who does I love ring dingers. He does ring dingers. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. He calls them ring dingers. He's not the only person to do them, but he is the biggest.
He's popular.
Freakiest
ring ding
man that does them from Texas. He takes a towel and he folds it and then puts it around your neck under your chin and then crosses it and then he kind of wiggles it back and forth.
Guys, I just cracked my neck.
He kind of wiggles your head back and forth and he gets you to relax and then he yanks your head back and you get a ring dinger and it goes like
the name of it in general is going to make me say no.
I mean, I don't want anyone to ring my bell, whether I'm in a fight or at a chiropractor's office. You know, like I don't want my bell rung, especially not from a man who goes after he does it every time. He's like, "That's a good ring dinger!" Like every time.
He does not say that.
Yeah, for sure. And the comments are like, "Nice ring dinger, doc." Like he is known to ring a ding 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 ding.
Not a ring dinger.
I don't want that. I just want my lower body rung, not my upper body rung. You can ring my bell from the lower half, not from the upper half.
What would that be called? The stem?
A stem dinger?
Your trunk? Trunk dinger?
No, because your trunk is actually your body without your appendages. So I think it'd be a leg
licker, a leg lifter.
You lit licker. It'd be a leg loosener. I don't know what it'd be, but not a ring
twister.
Dinger.
A tootsie roll.
Hello?
A twisted shout.
A twist and shout. That's exactly what it'd be. A twist and shout.
Because you're gonna shout when we twist.
And after you pull my leg, instead of saying ring ding ding, you're gonna go and twisted.
Maybe go, what's the song called? Twist and
Or
Shout?
you just go, ow.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Am I doing that or is the doctor doing that? I think the doctor is.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow!
That's what it was. We got there in the end.
Yeah.
You're going to get pulled from your lower limb, your lower extremity.
You're going to get O'Reilly.
You're going to get yanked. And the doctor's going to go, O'Reilly. And then I'm going to go, auto parts. Ow!
And then he's going to twist. Gosh. See, that's the kind of
funny.
stuff that makes me laugh.
That's comedy.
Out loud, that's comedy. Because
Also,
it's just so stupid.
Can you do me another favor? Can you please
Sure.
look up who wrote that O'Reilly
I hope they
jingle?
get paid, honey.
It's in my, it's
Blood.
never, yeah. I mean, like, it's who I am. Like, who was like, yow, in the background? Like, who was like, wait a second, we're not done yet. We got to add something, one more thing. And
One
they got
more
back
thing.
in,
Wait,
they
just
went
wait.
back in the booth and he goes, play it again. And then he was like, keep rolling. Yow! Who wrote the O'Reilly's jingle? That's,
Do you like how I
for
wrote this?
O'Reilly.
Nick
Sibley and his now wife Patty Crump Lemons, who composed the music in the 1980s, Springfield, Missouri.
It sounds like it's from the Midwest.
It definitely does. Okay, well, good for you, Patty and Nick. I hope you're.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow!
Yep.
Dang.
So who did the ow part? You think Patty or Nick? I think it was probably Nick. It sounds like a man.
Patty.
You think it was Patty? Okay, good. Good for you, Patty Lemon. That also reminds me of Patty Mayonnaise from
Doug.
Yeah.
Also, I watched a video the other day of why 90s and early 2000s shows were better for kids because they depicted like real life, whatever. Anyway, I didn't realize that Helga
Pataki.
Yeah, Oh yeah, she was Helga Pataki. Helga Pataki's mom was an alcoholic, but it makes sense now.
I didn't.
That's why her sister never wanted to come home, and that's why her sister was an eldest daughter and was like had all these like she was like nervous and she was so perfect and everything. And Helga was like and then I found out and her mom was just always like, Helga, why? I just thought her mom was depressed.
Me too. I didn't know
And I
that there
didn't
was a
clock it.
substance abuse
She
problem.
was an alcoholic. Is that not crazy? And Arnold of Hey Arnold was raised by his grandparents, which I knew, but then it leads to the question,
Where the
which I never
parents-
asked
yeah.
as a child, but now.
Also, how did his head get shaped like a football? That's more important. Like, how did that?
Maybe there was an accident where
and
his
in
head.
childbirth.
Oh,
Because
what
how-
happened to his dad?
Well,
Because he was so shocked that it was
he
a
just
football.
Yeah, and then it
head.
just like so it was like one after the other, like a boom boom, and then he came out because he had a football head.
He came
and
out
also-
because he had a football head.
Yeah, not just because he was going to come out any other way.
He came out because he
Also,
had a football
Doug
head.
Funny's best friend, his name was Skeeter, and that is interesting. His name was Skeeter. His Christian name was Skeeter.
Why did they do that?
Skeeter, and he was blue. And
Also, why was he blue?
he was the only one that was blue. And then the bad guy, the mean guy, his name was Roger. Remember?
Roger.
Low-key Roger.
He looked scary. I remember.
Yeah, but he dressed the coolest.
Yeah, he had the best jacket.
But Skeeter, I feel like, I don't know, if you and I met and you're like, hey,
Hey, my name's Skeeter.
I'm Skeeter.
Skeeter swore out.
It's never too late to change who you want to be. So if that feels right, did that feel right when you said that?
No, it didn't. And I think I'd go by my middle name, which would
Grace?
probably be like
Skeeter Grace. Skeeter
Grace
Can you
swore
imagine
out.
at your graduation, Skeeter Grace swore out?
Yes, I can imagine.
Me too.
I actually can totally imagine that. My name being Skeeter.
What would my like equivalent of
Cartoon name?
Skeeter name be? Yeah, what would my cartoon name be?
So do we pick a name that's already a cartoon? Maybe?
Either or. It could be one, or if you like think that there's one that's fitting of me, you know.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, hold that thought. I wanted to tell everyone how confused you got about Allegra's window and lamb chop.
I'm still.
Hailey and I went to the mall, and I don't know, can you remember how we got on the subject? We were talking about
we were eyeglasses. We went in to see
John
Turturro about
because she had another issue with her sunglasses,
a different pair of sunglasses,
and they couldn't fix
them.
At this point, they couldn't, unfortunately.
No. And that's exactly what they said.
Yeah, they said
I couldn't, unfortunately.
And they said, unfortunately, this is going to be no for me. And then we went in the mall to bebop around, and then
because we saw glasses that looked like Sally, Jessi, Raphael. And I said, lamb chop.
Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you. This is the setup that we needed. Here's what happened. We went to the mall. We went back to see John Turturro at Lens Crafters because Hailey had another issue with a different pair of glasses. They couldn't help us, which is fine. So then we saw a pair of red eyeglasses, and I put them on, and I said, "Look, Sally, Jessi, Raphael." And then I said, from that, Hailey goes, "Oh yeah, like lamb chop," because she thought that Sally, Jessi, Raphael was the redheaded woman who voiced Lamb Chop.
And then she held her.
Held her. But then she was confusing.
I also saw her in Allegra's window.
And then she confused that Lamb Chop with Allegra's Window, which was a very short-lived Nickelodeon puppeteer series
with a girl
with like doodles for hair, like cheese doodle hair.
It looked like cheese,
cheese Cheetos. And Hailey was just all fucking confused, just top to bottom. We went from Sally, Jessi, Raphael to Lamb Chop to Allegra's Window, and she just was confusing three redheaded people. And the cheese puffs on Allegra
and the gag is that I also have red hair.
She also has red hair because the doodle puffs on Allegra, the puppet, were also different shades of like maroon and red, and so she was confusing two different puppets with one redheaded lady. And we were drawing lines every which way. We were drawing lines from Sally to Lamb Chop to Doodle Bops. We were
like that, the meme of the guy who's like trying to figure out a mystery and has like all the
strings on everything,
on the pins.
Yeah, it was just a confusing time. So just to clear it up, Sally, Jessi, Raphael, redheaded lady, red glasses, had her own talk show.
Which Lamb Chop. She'd never held Lamb Chop, which I
certainly never.
I have this image in my head of.
There is another woman. Her name, I believe, was Shirley. Shirley was the puppeteer of Lamb Chop. Also, red hair. She wore big clip-on earrings, and sometimes she would have to take them off during the show and like answer the phone and whatnot. Then a separate redheaded fictional character named Allegra had her own show called Allegra's Window. She had different red doodle bop hair. Those are three different things. Cheetos, three different things, but we put them in a blender and watched them spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Then we rendezvoused and I'm through with you.
Yeah, and I still am seeing all of this
the same person.
Up.
That's fine. Yeah. That's okay. I don't really think that's an important. You don't have to have a distinction there.
Were you so glad that you got to see John Turturro in the flesh?
Yeah, and I liked all the glasses there, but I'm not gonna lie. The fact that they're in the cave of Lenox Mall,
it's wild.
It was really weird,
isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's a liminal space. If we took out the glasses in that room in John Turturro, in company,
all malls are
liminal spaces.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that in hotel lobbies.
Yeah,
especially like a Drury Inn, like the ones with the elevators that are on the inside that you can see from the lobby.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a conference hotel or a airport hotel.
Yeah, and the smell is also just
it's
like
the same
it's dampness.
Smell. Yeah, because they have fountains everywhere
indoors.
It's really loud because of the fountains, which is kind of shocking that they're so loud.
Dampness.
Yeah.
Mildew, damp.
Mildew.
Mold remediation, environmental remediation is necessary. Actually, this is a good thing to bring up. If you need any environmental remediation, let me know.
I probably do. I obviously have mold poisoning.
I have a family business. And just let me know if you need any environmental remediation. Just let me know. Keep me updated. Mold, mildew, asbestos.
So, Drury, give us a call. In liminal space, give us a call.
Hailey.
Oh my gosh. Also, too much. Wait. I was shopping with a client this last week and we went into a Macy's bathroom.
Did she have sciatica?
No, but you guys, that's a liminal space.
For sure.
A mall bathroom.
Yeah.
Especially a department store mall bathroom. It doesn't matter if you're in Bloomingdale's or you're in a Macy's. They're weird.
And it also smells damp.
Ooh.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mildew.
Did you hear about the story from this weekend where there was a happenings in an Atlanta airport bathroom where everybody was like, don't use the soap, it's disgusting, and the soap was coming out brown and they were saying it smelled like something.
Hailey.
And the soap was coming out
Hailey.
brown.
Hailey. I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if we can elaborate on that. I don't even think I can let my brain go there.
Well, I did not look further because I said I don't need to hear this right now, so I didn't look into it.
For fuck's sake, that's disgusting.
People
are disgusting. People are so disgusting.
That's a lot of work. How'd you do all that?
Also, people are just twisted. They're just sick and twisted. Everyone's having a mental crisis nowadays.
For sure.
Everyone's having a mental crisis.
Put me on the list, but for sure.
For sure. Oh my Lord.
For sure. Seriously.
Good Lord. Wait, that sparked something inside of me that I wanted to tell you. Not about
the Atlanta airport.
But it did spark something on the inside of me. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're just bebopping today. What other bebops do you have? What are our boo-boops? Bebops?
Well, as you know, I have nothing in my brain. And
Okay.
don't really, yeah.
I taught a physical fitness class this morning. I did that. Does that spark anything for you?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I taught a physical fitness class. I used a lot of words. Sometimes I wonder, you know how we have step counters?
Yeah.
Sometimes I would be interested to know my word count for the day.
Ooh, I do not want to know mine.
Now,
I think I'd have a pretty average one, to be honest.
I think that I didn't find any interest in it until I had this position where I'm just talking nonstop for an hour or so. I'm just curious to know my word count, especially because that was really meaningful in school when you were doing papers and stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. But now it doesn't matter.
No, your word count doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. But maybe my verbal word count would surprise me, you know?
I'm sure it would.
I'm wondering if one day I'll ever go on vocal rest.
I mean, maybe I think everybody does at some point.
I want to go on.
I've gone on vocal rest several times because my throat.
Oh, I guess I mean more of like a vow of silence where I'm like actively being like, I'm just not going to speak.
Do you know how much easier life would be if you were just like, I can't speak?
For some people, not for me. I'd be chomping at the bit. Like, yeah, let me at him. I got something to say.
I think, could you, okay, wait, I have a question. I actually know the answer to it, but I'm going to just ask it anyway. If you do a vow of silence, does that mean you can't ever make a noise with your mouth?
Like a...
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends because are you silently just not making words or can you communicate?
Yeah. Does it mean words?
Can you do echolocation? Can you do dolphin speak if you take a vow of silence?
Well, I'm more wondering if like I can get in a room and just talk to myself. Like if I was like, wonder if I can still speak.
This feels like
I try it. Or is that breaking the vows? That is. It's technically breaking the vow of silence.
This feels like a question for like a Buddhist monk or something.
Yes.
I feel like the Dalai Lama would have the answer.
We'll have one on the pod.
For sure. Yeah.
I bet Jerry knows someone.
We should also have a Scientologist on.
Oh, no.
I just want to know. I want to be like, so do you think you're going outer space?
I would have Leah Remini on.
To continue to debunk, for sure. Of course,
to ask questions about Scientology.
Yeah,
I would not want a Scientologist on.
Just a Scientology expert,
because I don't think they'd be. Yes, an expert. There we go. I'd want an expert. It doesn't have to be Leah, but I would like to talk to Leah.
Yeah, she's cool.
That show is crazy. Me and my old roommate Allie. Shout out Allie. We used to watch that. That and Escaping Polygamy.
Oh yeah! Oh
we
my
loved
gosh!
It.
Oh my gosh!
We loved that show.
You know what? Yesterday you were on a reel roll, sending me the most disturbing reels I've ever seen. What was happening to you? How did you get that many in a row?
I don't know, but I told myself I'm going to keep going until, and they were all within the same. Would you believe it? On the same scroll. So I was like, I'm going to keep going until one's normal.
They weren't. None of them were normal.
I think I sent you one that was informative. But it wasn't normal. But it was more of like
a
that's
parenting
interesting.
informative thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Something like that. I think it was a parenting thing, maybe.
You were sending me crazy things.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. The internet is weird. We all know that. I think it's funny thinking about algorithms and how much they're affected by like talking into our phones. The other day, Justin showed me a video and I was like, I don't want to see that, because it was like, it had something about like politics, and I just like,
I wasn't feeling it.
this is not my time to become a political analyst. It's just not my time. I realize that's what all the people want, is for every person on this planet to be one.
Yeah.
But you don't want me.
No.
That's how we got in situations that we are in today, is that people who shouldn't have been in politics got into politics. So I'm not going to get into it. So he's watching this and I'm like, I don't want to watch it. And then he goes, no, wait, because it was supposed to be something funny, but I just like already saw the like subject matter and I was like, no. But since he was like, wait, it's going to be funny. Anyway, we got on the whole subject of watching videos in our timelines, because he was like, well, this is actually weird that this video came up, because I've been speaking into my phone nostalgia videos, because he was sick of all of like the like just weird, clips that he was getting. And he was like, now all of his videos, he's like, now I'm like low-key sad because I get all these nostalgia videos. It's like that 90s music. And it would be like a Friday in November in the 1990s, and like they go to Blockbuster, or it's they go to Pizza Hut,
your mom's kitchen.
Yes.
And it's like
in the 90s, and it's like has like the goose or whatever, the chicken, whatever
the goose. Why did we all have goose? We had like geese wallpaper. Why did we all have that?
I don't know.
What the hell was going on? That was like before we had a refined sense of farmhouse decor, I guess.
Yes.
Like before Magnolia Home came about, and we were all wanting to be country folk.
But you know what I appreciate about it is it had personality.
In what way?
In like a mammal type way. It did have a personality. Like it just,
But it's like we were decorating our kitchens like a child's nursery.
You're right. Why were we putting like a repetitive image of an animal over and over and over and over and over?
Like we were mother goosing our kitchen when we should have been mother goosing our kids' nursery.
Or our kids. Yeah.
Things could have been different. Also, we all had a phone hanging on the wall, and we probably all had some sort of a stool or small chair under it so that you as a small child could answer it. Right? Did you have that?
Wow. Nope. Oh. We weren't supposed to answer the phone, I don't think.
Oh, I had a little stool under there.
There was a phone. We had one home phone in the kitchen and one home phone in the living room. And so the living room one I could reach.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We just had one in the kitchen. That's all we needed. And it was black, and it was a Sony, and it was tiny. And I would hop up there and I'd say, hello, Ford residence.
You would say that?
Yeah.
You would say Ford residence?
I had to.
That's so cute.
Well, that's what I was taught to do. Hello, Ford residence.
That's
because I was
remember
the secretary of the house.
Yeah. People would call the home. You were the secretary of the home.
I was the secretary of the home.
You're the oldest. You were the secretary of the home?
Yes, I was the secretary of the home.
That's so cute.
Of the Ford residence. Hello, Ford residence. And then let's go, hello. And then bebop boot up, may I please speak to?
And was it a telemarketer, or was this one of your parents' friends, or someone who actually needed to speak with them?
It was, I feel like the majority of the time it was salespeople calling the house, but still they would say, oh, hello, may I please speak to Mr. or Mrs. Ford?
Yeah.
And that's when I knew. I clocked it right away. I'd be like, oof. And sometimes I would be like, they're not here right now, but also I knew I wasn't really supposed to say that.
They can't come to the phone.
They can't come to the phone right now. I wasn't supposed to say they're not home right now, because then again in the 90s they were probably outside your door.
Yes.
They're going to come get you.
Yes.
Immediately.
Because they do have a cell phone in their car. One that's connected to their car.
You say, oh, I'm sorry. They're unavailable right now. Yeet.
Okay? I had to clear my throat.
And then you say, can I take a message?
Yes. And then you couldn't write. So you'd be like, I'm going to remember this.
Can I take a message? And then you were angry at yourself for not letting it go to the answering machine, because then now you can't remember the phone number.
No, I could never.
And you couldn't remember if it was Tom, Bill, Dick, or Harry calling.
No. And it could have been David and Harry.
It could have been David and Harry.
Trying to get you to re-up that prescription
It could-
for peaches in a basket.
They could have been selling you encyclopedias. Also, we did have an alarming number of people come knock on our door in the 90s and try to sell us encyclopedias. And one lucky person won, and my parents bought encyclopedias from a door-to-door salesman.
Did they buy the whole collection?
The whole goddamn thing.
How much was it? I wonder.
Girl, I have no idea, but it probably was expensive because it took a lot of knocks to come to our door and like convince my dad and mom to do it. But we also didn't have the internet. So I had to use them in the elementary school era to write my papers and research. And my parents were like, well, of course we need encyclopedias. That's how you research things. Because we didn't have the internet.
Should we all go back?
The thing though
I think
is
it's going to happen.
But I know that the internet, the information changes so often and we get new information so often. The encyclopedia would be outdated before it ever got printed. Britannica, Encyclopedia Brown.
You're right.
You know? I bet all that shit's online now. I bet they have online encyclopedias. Like I bet you can have,
buy them now too.
You still I mean, it is kind of like a relic of an era if you buy like certain editions of encyclopedias.
Yeah. Well, I also think that people are trying to like, I think there's going to be a big swing of people being like, I'm going no tech, you know?
Yeah, but then
I'm never going
they're
no
going to be
tech.
dumb. You're going to be a little bit dumb because the things that are going to, you're
missing out.
You're going to miss out a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay to be a little
think
dumb.
When kids are younger, they should be low tech though.
I agree.
They shouldn't be able to look stuff up.
I think they
just
should
like
have
that. They should
just enough information of technology to stay afloat.
Yeah, to know how to use it.
Mm-hmm. But not enough to get in trouble.
It. Yeah, or to rely on. Like, I can't imagine as a child not having to look certain things up.
I can't imagine not knowing what the Dewey Decimal System is.
I barely know what that is. I just had to think about it. When you first said it, I said, I don't know what that is. And then I had to.
You do know what it is, you know.
Yes. And you know what other things that we learned about that I just am so shocked that are still a thing, but they're not, we don't talk about? Libraries. We were talking about that the other day, weren't we? Library cards.
Mm-hmm.
People go to school to become a librarian.
Mm-hmm. It's, I think now technically
you go to grad school.
They're
for that.
media specialists.
Okay.
So
that was going to be my next
you're
question.
not just like a librarian, but you're a media specialist. And also sometimes within that is also like archivalists and people who are, who are preserving different texts. Like there's a lot in terms of media. I think that's what librarians are doing.
Okay. They're busy.
I think they're really, really busy. And I also love my local library.
I need to get a card.
I go all the time. And it's just, I don't know. I like to go in there. Ours has a little scavenger hunt you can do.
That's
every
cute.
month it changes.
Well, they have really cute stuff for kids. My sister-in-law takes my nephews in their town to the library at least once a week.
Yeah.
They go to story time.
Yeah. It's part of the community. Cool. And I've said this before, but sometimes when I want to shop and I feel like I want to spend money, I go to the library and I check out a book.
Yeah.
Sorry, my neck is really hurting.
Oh gosh, what's going on?
It just radiates from the bottom to the top.
Yeah,
from
the
my
sciatic nerve.
From my ring dinger down to my
ring dinger.
My twist and shout.
First twist and shout.
My ring dinger all the way down to my twist and shout.
Oh, oh, oh. O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow! I really love that jingle.
I'm going to get it tattooed on my tuchus. O'Reilly. And then skip over the other cheek. Auto Parts. Ow!
Where's the ow?
Where do you think it is?
Underneath the cheek. Like you have to look for it.
No, it's going to be the tramp stamp. So it's going to go like, you have to draw it's going to go in a circle. Like it starts at ow, O'Reilly, other cheek, Auto Parts, and then ow, like the recycle symbol.
And there's going to be
there's going to be like
arrows?
recycle symbols. Sorry.
That's
gonna
hilarious.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's funny.
Auto farts.
Ow! Anyway, I think that's all we got for you today because
so true.
My brain is just, it's okay. It'll do something again one day maybe, and if not, then this is what we get.
Yeah, you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit.
I hate when people say that though.
Well, I just did. Please.
Wait, no, I just meant as a kid. I don't mind it as a phrase.
You heard it here first. She
I
hates me. Please
I'm
rate,
obsessed with everything you do and say.
rate, review, subscribe.
Especially that.
Please send this episode to a friend who you think has a silly sense of humor.
And who needs to get a twist and shout.
Who needs to get a twist and shout.
And who's even just a little bit curious about libraries.
And ring dingers. And with that, we'll see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis.